Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Fun Learning with Smita. As I had mentioned in my previous video that if you liked it, then do share it with your friends as well as comment in the chat box that you want similar type of videos. And as my viewers had commented that they really wanted the videos made in using the same site, I'm back with a new subject but the same site. So students, welcome to the class of SYJC for bookkeeping and accountancy. Let's learn and explore something new today. Wish you all a very happy learning. So let's get started. Before displaying a slide, I would like to make some set of instructions clear to you. In the upcoming slide, a situation would be displayed. You need to read it out aloud and suggest all the alternative solutions which can be adopted by Shyam in order to overcome the issue. I hope the instruction is quite clear. I will be displaying one particular slide to you and you need to read it out aloud and identify what solution can solve all the problems. So can any of my students willingly come forward and read this out for the classmates? Help him out. Shyam started with a small-time business of a bakery shop using some of his savings. He just had an ambition of setting up a small business initially, but as he started earning a good amount of profits, he thought of expanding and diversifying his business. He had a great difficulty to pool in the money and also was scared of the risk factor the new idea would bring up. He was not in a position to single-handedly handle all the work as well, as he wasn't much specialized to handle such a big venture. He desperately felt to find a one-time solution to this issue as he couldn't handle the unlimited liability in case the new idea failed. So students, you can see some highlighted elements in this particular situation like expanding the business, difficulty to pool in the money, the risk factor, not in a position to single-handedly handle all the work as well as unlimited liability. So after reading all these issues of Mr. Shyam, can you suggest one solution which will be solving all these problems? So educators, at this stage you will get a variety of solutions from your students and you need to ask them probing questions as to whether that solution will be solving all the problems which Shyam has, and eventually you will also get the topic for the day, that is partnership form of business. So students, we rightly said the topic for today is partnership form of business. So let's have an in-depth knowledge about partnership form of business. Let's explore it more. So to explore it, we would be watching a video to understand the various features of partnership form of business. After watching the video, you need to state the features of partnership form of business, which I would be mentioning in a concept map. So I would be playing the video. Watch it carefully. So students, I hope you watched the whole video carefully, which actually included the information about the features of partnership business. So let's continue now. So as you have seen the video, you would have got an in-depth knowledge about the features of partnership. So now, can you frame a meaning statement for the term partnership? I have added some pointers which would be of great help to you in order to frame a meaning statement for partnership. The pointers are as follows: 2 or more people, legal business, sharing profits and losses, registration, as well as agreement. So educators, it's quite fruitful. That the students would be in a good position to frame a meaning statement on their own understanding after watching the video and reading the situation which you had provided in the previous slide. So once you get a proper meaning statement, you can proceed on to the explanation part. Students, I have mentioned one image on the right hand side which is called as a partnership deed. If you have seen the video carefully, you would have seen that you need to get registered when you start a partnership form of business, as well as have a partnership agreement which is also called as partnership deed. So can you identify the various elements or components in a partnership agreement? I'll just read out this particular example or specimen partnership deed which I have attached in the slide. This deed of partnership is made on this 6th day of March 2013 by and between the following partners. The name of the partners have been given. Whereas the above named partners have decided to start the partnership business of manufacturing of tiles in the name and style of Miss J&K Company with effect from 1st day of April 2013 on the terms and conditions hereinafter mentioned, and have desired to reduce the terms and conditions into writing. So students, after seeing this partnership deed as well as applying the knowledge what you have learned till now, and also analyzing the situation of a partnership form of business, can you tell me what do you think, what all things should be included in a partnership deed? So educators, as your students start telling you the answers, you can make use of Jamboard in order to write all the pointers which they say in this form. I've already kept one ready-made Jamboard over here. This is how it will look like once you enter all the contents which the students have told. Coming back. Okay, so now let's elaborate, and I want all my students to participate in this particular situation. Again, one more specimen of partnership deed has been given on the left hand side, where you can see the name of the partners and their residential address has been mentioned. The name of the state in which registration has took place has also been given in this particular partnership deed. Based on whatever we learned today, I would like to ask the first question, that is, partnership deed is one of the most important aspects of a partnership form of business. State your opinions about this. So students, what do you think? Partnership deed is important or not? And also give proper reasons for your answer. What problems can partners face if a partnership agreement is not formed? Elaborate. So students, what do you think are the problems partners can face in case there is no partnership agreement formed? Can you please elaborate? The third question being, have you heard about the Indian Partnership Act 1932? Can you infer what would this act consist of? So students, I would be teaching you about the Indian Partnership Act 1932 in the upcoming slide. But still, after learning about partnership and partnership deed, can you infer what would this Indian Partnership Act 1932 consist? What sort of guidelines would be there? And the fourth and the last question being, a legal business can only be registered. State the reasons for the same. So we had also mentioned in the video that the partnership form of business can only be a legal one. What do you think, students? Is it good? Is it okay to start an illegal business? Is it ethical? So educators, you can make use of this question to inculcate value among your students. So along with inculcation of knowledge, inculcation of value is essential in every lesson. So with this particular question, you can teach them the difference between legal and illegal form of business, what are the examples of illegal business, and why it is unethical as well as morally unethical to do something of that sort. As well as you can ask the students about any firm which they have heard who have ethical practices being carried or followed in their institution. So students, it's time to summarize now of whatever we learned today. So educators, I've made use of a new app today in order to summarize, where I would be asking the name of the chapter, then the name of the subtopics, and as then I'll pick up the students in order to ask them what are the various components of partnership deed, and I will go on writing, as well as the features of partnership. As you can see, you can add more number of subtopics as well, but I have only kept it restricted to this much because my lecture timing is restricted to 30 minutes only. So if you want a tutorial video for these apps which I have been using, Jamboard and the other ones, please let me know in the comment box. Okay, the last part for today's lesson, that is the home assignment. So students, this is your home assignment for today. Research and find out any 5 guidelines in the Indian Partnership Act 1932 and state the importance of each of these guidelines. So Indian Partnership Act 1932 is actually started by the government of India. So there are many guidelines in it. You have to select any 5 guidelines and you have to state the importance of each according to you. What do you think? Why is that particular guideline important? So we end our class today over here. So all the viewers, educators, students who are watching my video, I hope you like the video. Keep sharing the video. Do comment and let me know how did you find the video, as well as if you have any suggestions. And if you want any tutorial video as to how I made this presentation, please let me know. Do subscribe to my channel Fun Learning with Smita. Thank you.